about. I had originally planned to do this video out in the field on my most recent stealth camp, and obviously it was my first wild camp as well. Due to obviously technical difficulties, phone battery dying, camera battery dying, I didn't get a chance to do it. So I thought with it being the first time doing stealth and a wild camp, as well as using my new Lavu and my LK35 properly, I thought I'd go through how things went, what could improve, what I'd done well with, and what kit I felt was lacking. So I thought I'd start by going through what I took. So the LK35, what I had in it, what I could do differently. First off, roll mat. Think about a smaller one of them, maybe a folding one. Spade, obviously you know why you need a spade. Axe. Originally I did have this on the inside. Obviously don't want to walk around the streets with an axe, but I managed to put it on there for the way back. Shemag, multiple of uses. Spare socks for the night time, keep your toes warm. Gas canister for we cook in the stove. Orex sleeping bag. This is absolutely massive. It takes up probably 90% of my LK35. So might be something else to think about. British Army bivvy. Mess tin, first aid / fire kit, char box, a bit more fire kit. British Army IPK, individual protection kit. They're ideal. I've seen people make them out of, make them into bags, all sorts. And the Polish Lavu. Inside, obviously, inside pocket. All the tools that you'll need: pruning saw, mower, and fire steel, and obviously a couple of torches. I think I had it better packed on the way back. Maybe it's obviously lack of food and all that. That was in there coming back, because obviously we ate there. Yeah, but that's basically what I took. Right, so that's pretty much what I took. We ended up getting there in Ingram Valley. It must have been about 7 o'clock, so it was pretty dark by the time we got out of the car and all that. Had the Lavu up in minutes, went together so quick, which was unreal. 2 of the 3 tents got put up, but I'll tell you about that later. I got a cupper on, started a fire. Well, attempted to start a fire, completely failed with a ferro rod. Couldn't seem to find the right tinder, just couldn't get it done. So it's something to work on. I noticed a couple of spots already, people had fires, but they haven't bothered to tidy up, which was a bit of annoying. Place I found was off it was like a little cutout on the bank, right next to the stream. I checked from the road, you couldn't see any light coming from it at all. So once we got that going, got the steaks on, some sandy sausages. I kept dropping them off the grill, but obviously the steaks were alright, so that's the main thing. One thing that was pretty cool is we kept hearing it was either kestrel or an owl cutting about above with, just making loads of racket and stuff like that. So I don't know if we were kind of annoying it or what, but it sounded pretty cool. Hope we weren't annoying it, to be fair. Yeah, so after that, chilled out, a couple of beers, took a few shots of the moon. One of the other lads didn't actually have poles for his tent, so he ended up in with me. So we realised obviously how good the Lavu was for that, because for it being, I think it's a medium, so it's fairly small, but we managed to get both of us and Kit inside it without it being too snug. Obviously the only thing that we found is in the morning, he woke up 4 o'clock in the morning, his feet were freezing, and what had happened is the pegs hadn't quite stayed in place on the front, so his feet were basically hanging out. But that's obviously something to work on. I had my individual protection kit sheet underneath as a ground sheet, had my roll mat and my Otic bag inside my bivvy, and I was absolutely sweating. So I think I'm going to have to get a lighter weight sleeping bag for the summer. As soon as you close the tent on the bivvy and on the Lavu, it was absolutely, you could tell it just blocks all of the wind off. It was absolutely ideal. Just what you want. Nice and thick canvas. I imagine it's going to be hot in the summer. So the LK35, brilliant pack. I originally saw it on a MCQ bushcraft video, and I thought it would make a canny replacement for my Northern Ireland day sack, patrol pack, whatever you want to call it. They are very similar pack, but they're set out slightly differently. I'll probably do a comparison video at some point. But I started kind of swerving away from the Northern Ireland pack because of its camouflage. I love the pack, but it's just the camouflage. I don't like going about with camouflage bags, especially not now that I'm getting into stealth camp, because I don't really want to draw any attention to what I might not be doing. But the LK35 is ideal for that because it's just green, and then it still blends in to what you want. The only downside that I've found is the main compartment. It kind of tapers down towards the bottom. Don't understand why, but basically when I've put my Otic bag inside, with it being so big, it kind of sits at the top. So there was all this space underneath, and I'm trying to work out why. I can't get more into it. Everyone on the views that I've read and listened to and watched, they've said, oh, it's a massive bag for what it is and all that. So I had a look, and I managed to get my, I know you would noticed on the video that I got the mess tin with the first aid kit and the fire kit underneath, and that tended to take up a lot of the space. So I've done that. I know it's not ideal, you're meant to have it to hand, that type of stuff, but it's took a bit of space and it saved space elsewhere for other stuff. That was literally the only kind of grumble with it. Everything else, it's spot on about it. I might get the pouches at some point for the side. Not sure what ones I'm going to get. I've looked at the LK35 ones. I've looked at the British Army ones. I know MCQ Bushcraft, he had some long ones on, which I've struggled to find. They would be ideal if I can find them, but might sway towards British Army ones. Not sure if I'm going to sew them on or kind of use the belted method that I've seen a few people do. But yeah, that's literally the only thing I had thoughts about that. So in summary, really enjoyed the whole weekend. First wild camp, first stealth camp, absolutely brilliant. I got a lot more sleep than what I thought I would. I thought I'd be awake most of the night worrying in case someone was going to obviously move it on or whatever. But we must have been out of the way enough to people not to bother. Either that or they're not really that fussed. The location we had wasn't really well hidden, which I didn't realise until the morning. But again, we didn't get moved on, which was ideal. Things I need to improve, definitely use of ferro rod, finding the right tinders and all that, how to use it correctly, effectively, shall I say. A pillow, I just had a rolled up fleece wrapped in a shmag, which wasn't really that good, as it's about that big once it's all squashed up. a smaller cook set is a must. I noticed my gas bottle alone, it kind of about that big, and it just took up far too much room for what I needed. So I'm going to look at the Crusader cook set. It looks to be about the same size as the gas bottle, but if I had that, I could save space in the first aid kit or the fire kit or somewhere. But it means that it's all incorporated, and then I think you can put other stuff inside the cup, which would probably be a bit of a bonus, as opposed to just a big bottle. A roll mat is something else I'm going to look at. The British Army one, it is comfortable enough, but it's just bulky. I noticed when I was walking through my house on the way out to actually go, it was just, I was hitting it off the door frames and stuff like that, and it's just big bulky bit of kit. So I'm going to look at like a self-inflating one, or maybe like a folding one, see if that saves a bit more room. Yeah, so that's another main thing. Camera batteries. I need to make sure I've got spare batteries and some way of charging them when I'm out there. I know it's not what people want to be with technology when they're out there, but if I'm going to do videos and stuff like that, which I would rather do this video out there in the field, I'm going to have some sort of battery pack or solar power pack or something to look in. Anyway, so yeah, I'm talking about quite a bit. I know a lot of the bushcraft community don't like that, and I've been looking at the various forums. People have been whinging because the likes of TA Outdoors talks on these videos now, which, to be fair, I'd rather someone taught us than then just not say a thing. But what can you do? Someone's always going to whinge about something. But yeah, until next time, I'll see you soon. Just before I go, I'm going to do a couple of shout outs. One, obviously Stevie, my mate. He was basically the transport to get to Ingram Valley the other night. I've also got quite a few of his photos on my Instagram. Chances are he's going to be taking a lot more photos and potentially being the cameraman when we're out and about. And other guys, Peter from work, told him I was going to do it and he was dreading it. So apparently he's going to report us if I give him a shout out. We'll see.